Okay, it said ensure a lens is attached. There is a lens attached, otherwise it wouldn't be able to see me. Hi people of the internet, I seriously need to work on a phrase because I can't say what everybody else says. I hate it so much. Today's video is going to be all about Parsons undergrad first year, which is known by Parsons students as Puffy. If you're attending Parsons and you want to know about Parsons, then great. This is hopefully going to help you, and if you want to know what life at Parsons was like, even though you're not going to attend Parsons, then great, you're about to learn that too. So, let's just get right into it, because life at Parsons starts now? Wait, what? Where was I going with that? My experience at Parsons has been overall pretty great. I've enjoyed my first year here. I ended classes last night, so I'm officially done with my first year of college, and it feels so weird because I feel like a 5-year-old. So I don't really know what's going on. I kind of just feel like I'm looking up at big buildings all the time and I'm like, wow, what? Just kidding, I'm not like that. Noodle-headed. I moved in August and left for my 5 weeks winter break in mid-December, which kind of made me feel jilted from Christmas time because I was going home so late and like only had a week before Christmas actually happened, and it was so hot outside that it just didn't feel like winter at all, and it was just bringing me down like so much, and it was like, what is going on? It's December! Anyway, so in your first year of Parsons, it's known as foundation year. It's your core classes that everybody has to take in their first year. No matter what your major is, you're going to be in the same classes. There's space and materiality, there's drawing and imaging, there's time, there's objects as history, and there's integrative studio 1, integrative studio 2, integrative seminar 1, and integrative seminar 2. So those are basically all the classes that you have to take, and in the spring you get to take an elective. In the fall semester, I took Space and Materiality, Time, Objects as History, Integrative Studio 1, and Integrative Seminar 1, because the studio and seminar go together. I liked my fall classes. I liked my spring semester better. I didn't like Space and Materiality because I'm not very good at making things, like hands-on kind of stuff. If you don't know, my major at Parsons is photography, so I like to do work on my computer. Making wooden stuff and wire sculpture kind of stuff was not my cup of tea, but if it is for you, then you'll probably enjoy it. My time class was my favorite class, I think, possibly all year or very close second. It was taking pictures, making things on the computer, and like video stuff. I had a lot of fun doing that because that's what my major is, that's what I'm interested in doing, so I really enjoyed it, but sadly that was like the only class that let me do anything like that. And then I had Objects as History, which everybody has to take. It's basically an art history class, which I took in high school. I took AP Art History in my senior year, and I actually like learning about art history. It's not as boring as many people would think. I mean, I almost fell asleep like several times because it was just dark outside, and then he'd turn off the lights to show us slides of stuff, and I was like dying on the inside. My first studio and seminar classes were not my favorite. I just had a bad experience with my studio teacher in both semesters, actually. It was just all over the place, and it didn't really have to do with the theme, because my theme for my studio seminar class was avatar. It could be about your avatar like online, like your online profile picture, or in like Hinduism, Buddhism, what it means, like avatar as a god or something like that. I liked both of my seminar classes. I think it was because I really enjoyed my teachers for those classes. They were really cool, they had really cool personalities, and they were like fun. For the spring semester, like I said, I took Integrative Studio 2 and Seminar 2, and then Sustainable Systems, which is an environmental science class. My teacher, weirdly, was from the exact same town that I was, and it was so strange because it's like nobody knows this town. Nobody knows even where it is on a map. So I was like, okay. And she was a really cool teacher. I honestly didn't learn that much about environmental science. I know a lot of other classes did, but I think she was new to teaching. She didn't really know what was going on. I did learn some stuff, but I didn't learn like the cool art side of it where people would like naturally dye clothes with like flowers and stuff. I never got to do that, but a lot of my friends did, and it sounds awesome, but whatever. And then my drawing and imaging class, it was 6 hours long on Wednesdays from 4 o'clock till 9:30, like 3:50 to 9:30. And that was like torturous for me in the beginning. It wasn't the worst thing ever, but I don't like drawing. It's really not like my thing. I don't find it fun. I can immerse myself in it when it's it's happening, but I don't like to think about having to do it. It just doesn't appeal to me at all. But that was only for like 4 weeks that we did like live drawings from a model, and then from the rest of that was kind of like imaging stuff. We would take those drawings and then bring them into Photoshop and Illustrator and do those kinds of things. We made things in Illustrator, we did stuff in Photoshop. It was really fun because I got to learn about Photoshop and Illustrator more than I had known. I never had used Illustrator before in my entire life. I really took a liking to that because I got to make some really cool stuff. I made some posters like just on my own free time because I enjoyed it so much. Overall, I would say my drawing class was great. Time slot sucked and the drawing part sucked for me. But it wasn't that bad. By the way, most classes like space and materiality, time, drawing and imaging meet twice a week for 2 hours and 40 minutes. My drawing class was 6 hours long because I only had it once a week instead of twice a week, which is an option, but I don't think it's an option for space and materiality or time. I think those have to be twice a week. Your studio class in the first semester, by the way, is also 6 hours long, and in the second semester it's only 2 hours and 40 minutes. My elective in the spring, though, moving back to what I took in the spring for classes, was Games 101, which was just kind of for fun for me because I wanted to learn about game design kind of a little, just like out of curiosity. It was actually quite cool because I remember my first homework assignment was to play chess and Mancala. The rest of my homework was pretty much make a game or play games and write about them. And I was like, yes, totally, I will do that. Like, that's so cool. And I got to learn about game design because my teacher is a game designer and he literally made the app Diner Dash. Our final was to make a game. I made a game. It was really fun, I thought. So that's kind of tells you about that class a little bit. And then for my studio and seminar for the spring semester, I didn't like my studio teacher at all. That just kind of ruined it for me. But my seminar class was awesome. I loved my teacher so much. She was so cool. What we did a lot in that class was readings. What I really enjoyed, the fact that she helped us understand what she wanted us to learn. The seminar classes are basically in the midst of all the art programs you're taking your reading and writing class, pretty much. Overall, though, I really enjoy being in Manhattan. My dorm facility itself, the building, not that nice. It's not horrible. I mean, it's what you'd expect for a dorm room in Manhattan. It's kind of tiny, like a little shoebox, and it's loud outside the windows and stuff, but you get used to it and it's fine. This building especially sometimes gets a lot of mice and like cockroaches and stuff. Luckily, I never saw a mouse and I never saw a cockroach in my suite, so that's very good. So that's kind of all I have to say right now for my puffy experience, Parsons undergrad first year, in case you missed that at the beginning. I hope this was helpful for future Parsons students, or if you just wanted to learn about Parsons, then I hope you got some info that you wanted, or just enjoyed watching me talk like a buffoon for like however long. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching!